Hey folks. Nice quiet start to the day. So, we are playing, or we will be playing, Loom. Ask me about Loom. You mean the latest masterpiece of fantasy storytelling from Lucasfilm's Brian Moriarty. Loom is an interesting adventure game. 1990, LucasArts. It uses a different interaction system to most adventure games. It's music based. It needs you to have a little bit of an ear to listen and repeat musical phrases back as a spell casting mechanism, which is rather nice. We have two different versions to play through. There was an original EGA version written in 1990 that used originally built-in audio, and then there was a patch released, like a lot of LucasArts games from the period, for MT-32 audio. So we've managed to grab an EGA copy of the game and patch the MT-32. That's running up there. And we've also got the more modern CD-ROM talkie VGA version in the bottom, which has been earworming me off. As it'll say again in a second. Go on, talk to me. You're not going to talk to me now, are you?
Please choose your skill level.
There we go. You can go back on mute for a minute. So we've got the VGA version that was released in apparently 1992. That sounds not quite right, but no. Wikipedia's pretty happy with that. 1992 for the VGA talkie version. Please choose your skill level. Yeah, please choose your skill level. We'll get there. That uses CD audio instead of the MIDI interface. That completely threw me when I grabbed the VGA one, going, how do I enable the MIDI audio? And found that I can't. So, EGA up top with the Roland MT-32, Loom VGA at the bottom. What we're going to do is we're going to flip between the two interfaces. We're going to play them side by side, go scene by scene, fill in the different puzzles. We're going to probably live on this screen mostly, but we've also got specific screens for the EGA and the VGA, so we can focus in on different bits of audio and visual as we go along. Okay, so we can spend a little bit of time comparing and contrasting. Hello, how are we today? Rolling in, rolling. I'd say ask me about Loom, but we've done the preamble for ask me about Loom. We've got a bit of time before we kick off and start. We are actually okay. That is good news. I am glad to hear that we are okay. Okay. So, MT-32 in the top left, EGA in the top right, VGA in the bottom right. The talkie version still chattering away. Don't you dare click that incorrectly. Are you still chattering away? You should still be chattering away. I have spent a day doing sweet bugger all, and it's been heaven.
Please choose your skill level.
I wish I'd had a day doing sweet bugger all, but I completely understand that. So, we have two different introductions, and I think we will play them both. So, we are going to go with... These dreams are going to finish a sweater body. In the pursuit of happiness, we're in the same boat, more or less. The basic comforts we assume are life, liberty, and the fruit of the loom. Hi, Snorkers. Okay, let's kick off. We'll start off with the MT-32 intro. We're not going to play them both like one, then the other, then one, then the other. We are going to try and run them both concurrently. But I think that was a 90s advert. Yes. I don't remember many of the Fruit of the Loom adverts. I tell you what does stick in my mind, the United Colours of Bennington adverts. They really stick in my mind. The only thing I didn't do is craft today. No, I haven't crafted either, to be fair. I think I may have outdone myself after building the menstrual fourth and cleaning that thing up. Oh, of course that's not going to appear. Why won't you appear? You'll appear down there. That needs. I now need to. That's a platform for snorkers. Hey, when are we doing applications for the Jupiter race? I do have pen and pencils for writing things down. I have Discworld Convention 2010 post-it notes and one of my 500 mechanical pencils, so I am ready to go. That's one platform I don't see on your channel. The 2010 vintage. Yeah, I've got the 2010 vintage. The 2014 should be hanging around on my desk somewhere, but we're going to go with the 2010 vintage for today. We are good to go. So I'm going to assume we'd like to play with the EGA first and go with the EGA intro. You have the Krillin. I'm going to unmute the EGA. Hopefully this is going to work. Hold your breath. Are we happy that I stick with the standard and not the expert version for puzzle solving? Turn that up a bit. So we get an MT-32 Swan Lake to kick off with. I have all night if you want to go expert. You might have all night. I've got a couple of hours. My ear is moderate. Now, I'll be honest, this is not my favourite version, or not my favourite tune to come out of an MT-32. I appreciate it's doing a lot of work. Boom, 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 boom. You know, the MT-32 is a nice little synthesizer, but I think this might be pushing it to its absolute limit. But well done for trying to get a version of Swan Lake on there. Rise, son of Cygna. It is the dawn of your 17th year. I am sent by the elders to summon you. The High Council awaits your presence in the sanctuary. A messenger nymph. Never seen one so bright before. One of the elders must have woven it. Better get down to the village. Now, we sound back within the range of the MT-32 and it sounds pretty solid. Okay, switch over to the VGA. Leave him standing on the cliff there. In its resplendent EGA 16 colour. And let's kick this one off. So this one's working off CD audio instead of MIDI audio. Oh shit. There we go. Sorry. It's a gorgeous game. Oh, a little loud. Yeah. I've not played it for a few years myself. I genuinely like this game. It's very, very pretty. Audio's really nice. Last time I played it was the VGA version, so I've not played through on the EGA. So we don't get any of the pre-text that goes before we.
Signa, it is the dawn of your 17th year. The elders await you in the sanctuary.
I've never known them to weave such a bright messenger nymph. I wonder why the elders want to see me. I'd better get down to the village.
And this is one of those rarities where if we go with the EGA versus the VGA, yeah, okay, press F9 to toggle text screen on and off. Text will appear on screen. Yes, please. Okay. If we compare the two, get a nice side-by-side between them. Yeah, these are... VGA is nice, but I do quite like the EGA scenes. I like the cleverness with EGA screens. It's like, here's 16 colours. Do a hell of a lot in there. Oh, okay. Cool. So let's run the side-by-side, and then we'll pick which audio we want to play with. So, oh, hang on. EGA, you can see the work. VGA is gorgeous. That is a really good description. Yeah. Technical appreciation in EGA. Although sometimes I find the EGA can be better. Depending on the game, sometimes I think the EGA can be better than the VGA. And sometimes you get crimes in the VGA remakes. Is it the Monkey Island one? It's like they replace a sunset with a moon in one of the openings, the opening bridge scene. It's like, hang on, wait, when did that happen? Okay, leaf.
The last leaf of autumn.
There we go. Last leaf of the year versus last leaf of autumn. There's also differences in this game between the text with the different versions, so it's worth keeping an eye out for when it changes. Down we go. In this case, I think, yeah, the VGA sunset beats out the EGA. Or sunrise as it's actually dawn. What are we getting for audio? Oh, you can like both. You can love both of them, but love them for different reasons. So interestingly, EGA's got audio that goes with it at this point. The VGA's got nothing. So let's leave the EGA on. He says. Let's go down into the village. So why does this scene not contain... Switch off the EGA for a second. Why does this scene not contain audio on the talkie version? Well, we're going in the big tent, innit? Money. People ought to clean up after themselves. Okay, let's switch over to... Stick on the VGA for a sec. Yeah, nothing.
Don't these people ever clean up after themselves?
Interesting lack of music. Pop in here. Oh. Well, that's just... Oh, big window time. Okay, let's wander across. Big window, small tent. Beautiful window. Let's go have a look what the EGA one looks like. Says, as we appear to have lost all audio. That's interesting. It's gone quiet on both sides. Hang on. Go back. Yeah. It's a lovely translation between the two. I mean, same patterns, but just a direct rendering from the EGA to the VGA. Just added a little bit more texture, a little bit more colour. This gains more texture on this side. Ah. Oh, hello. These are inspectable. This is a section of the long tapestry. Its pattern shows the rise of the guilds and the story of the weavers' founding.
There's the long tapestry. I don't remember. The pattern shows the entire history of the weavers.
Different text again.
Back to the founding of the great guilds.
Nothing to interact with on the window. Pretty windows, but nothing to interact with.
The last section tells about the decline of the guilds. There's a third shadow gathering. That's strange. The end is completely torn off.
Okay, let's see if we get the same for that. Touch of melancholy, yeah. Last section of the long tapestry illustrates the decline of the guilds and the gathering of a third shadow. The end of the tapestry is completely torn off, so same text both sides there. You almost want to go through that arch before you end up...
There's Hetchel.
Okay, let this
And
one
the
play.
elders don't look at all pleased.
Of this
Sorry,
council,
there we go.
Dame Hetchel, have you anything to say in your own defense?
My elders, my actions speak for themselves.
This reckless defiance is intolerable. Any secret you share with Signa's son might be turned against us.
His talent is awakening, and the power is very strong in him. We dare not desert him now.
Stubborn old fool.
He is strong with the Force.
Who are you to decide such things?
Enough, Lachesis. Hetchel, I am grieved to see your many years of service end in such disgrace.
My destiny is yours to weave.
Hetchel, the fabric of your life has been woven by your own choices.
Gaze once more upon the great Loom.
Loom.
If you would know your ultimate destiny. For that destiny is now upon you.
A swan's egg. What does it mean?
Something is deeply wrong.
Means
That
breakfast.
draft has never failed before.
What is that noise? Outside!
The guild is under attack!
Who dares to desecrate the great loom of the weavers?
This is the work of that demon boy! We should kill him while we still can!
Your name will be cursed forever, son of Signa,
Loom child.
Bobbin Thread.
My name? But I had nothing to do with this. Wait, where are you going?
I like the way the audio just clips out. Bobbin Thread! And go.
No explanations. No goodbyes. And once again, I'm left behind.
Okay. Let's pop over to the EGA. Let's see how that scene plays out. Wouldn't want to interrupt. You have heard the findings of the High Council, Dame Hedgel. What have you to say in your defence? I have no defence or excuses, Elder Atropos. My actions speak for themselves. No defence, not the slightest remorse. This reckless defiance is intolerable. Why you disobey us, Hedgel? You have always upheld the rules of membership to the letter. It's a completely different scene. Tell us what is in your heart. The boy must be told the truth about his birth, Elder Clophos. His talent awakens. Soon he will wield the power of weaving, whether we choose to guide him or not. We dare not desert Bobbin now. Stubborn old fool, the secrets you revealed to Signa's son may be turned against us. That is why his training was forbidden by this council. Enough, Lachis. We need not explain our decisions. It grieves me to see your many years of faithful service end in this disgrace. But the wisdom of the elders may not be questioned. That is the final rule of membership. Another one of your students, Lady Signa, learned the terrible price of defiance in this very chamber 17 years ago. Better that you had missed that. My destiny is in your hand, elders. Our hands are empty, Hetchel. Gaze once more upon the great loom if you would know your destiny. Same pattern. And you're an egg. A swan's egg. Curious destiny. The close-ups are nice. I mean, it's a very LucasArts thing. I heard a cry outside. Big full-screen close-ups versus headshots for Sierras. And in comes the swan. Not through the broken window immediately in a dramatic way like you had before. Now it comes through the window. But before the swan came through, just through the window, this you get a run-up. Who dares to desecrate the loom of the weavers? Boink! This is the work of the demon boy. Kill it while you still can, Atropos. Cursed forever be the name of Signa's son, the loom child, Bobbin Threadbar! And clip at the end. And they're off. And off go a whole herd of swans. Probably to Malta for the winter. Bye! Like and subscribe! Okay, they're off. Oh, wonderful. Everyone's flown away. No explanations, no goodbyes. The tone is different. Why do they always leave me behind? And we're back to these two. So. Okay. Egg and staff. Ah. I suppose I ought to point at something first. Fair enough. Okay, Bobbin. Jesus.
The egg, it's trying to open.
Okay. Go get it.
It's heavier than it looks.
First one down. ED.
There's my boy.
What's happening? The whole village has flown away without us.
From the moment you came into this world, Bobbin, great and terrible things have been happening. The elders hoped that your birth was the cause of it.
Why would the elders want to get rid of me? I'm such an awful weaver that they never even let me study with the others.
They fear you, Bobbin. When the swan arrived, they were already trying to weave the same draft on you that they had worked on me. But the draft turned against them. It means only one thing, that the pattern is failing of its own accord.
No. Can't it be stopped?
Stop chaos? The only thing to do is embrace it and turn ourselves into creatures of shadow, or plan our escape.
Escape? To where?
I don't know. But if we are to survive, we must find out where that flock has flown and join them if we can.
Okay.
You've already found Atropos's distaff. Good. You won't be able to weave very much with it at first.
3
but as
notes.
you
It's enough for
practice,
status
true
quo.
Power will be revealed to you.
It's plenty.
It's time to leave this island, Loom child. Your destiny lies beyond the sunset, across the sea.
Mother Hetchel, where are you going?
Goodbye, Bobbin. I must follow the swan.
And just tears open the loom. Like, what?
This is a fine mess.
Okay.
Everybody's gone and I still don't understand what's going on. Why did they keep calling me Loom Child? Nobody's ever let me anywhere near a loom.
Right, well, that looks like eggshell. We can't pick that up. Let's go and do the up one. So, switch back over. E, C, E. Oh, pointed at something first. Fair enough. See how this one plays out. Thank goodness you're still here. Mother Hetchel, is that you? You know perfectly well it's me. I saw you watching us. Again, different tone. What's been happening here, Hetchel? The whole village has flown away. I hoped the swan might come to save you. But I never expected her to weave as much mischief as this. Ah, save me from what? From the elders. They were going to turn you into a swan as they tried to do to me. Looks as if a signet was the best they could manage with these old bones. Why did the elders want to get rid of me? I haven't broken any rules. They fear you, Bobbin. But why should anyone be afraid of me? It's a completely different story. Ever since you came into our world, the elders have watched chaos spread across the pattern in the loom. They hoped that your birth was the cause of this chaos, and that order might return if you were banished. But now the elders are banished, and you're still here. This can mean only one thing. The pattern is failing of its own accord. Soon it will come to an end, and with it all that is hemmed into its shreds. A third shadow is nigh. Is there any way to stop it? Stop chaos? The elders thought they could. Now they know better. So should you. If we can't stop the chaos, what can we do? We can embrace it or escape. The swan has rescued the rest of our guild from the coming time of darkness. The way before us now is clear. We must find out where our flock has flown and join them if we can. You've already found the elder's distaff. Good. Never let it out of your grasp. You won't be able to weave very much with it at first, I expect. As you gain practice, more and more of its power will reveal itself to you. As long as the distaff remains in your hands, I'll know you're safe. If you ever lose it, take heart. I'll come to help you if I can. Leave this island, Loom Child. It's too small for you now. Your destiny lies beyond the sea. Mother Hetchel, where are you going? To follow the swans. Again, the tones are different. One is growth, the other is almost despair. Wish I knew why everyone keeps calling me Loom Child, and a little bit of humour in one. The other one's not quite as humorous. Let's have a look at the loom. Those are the same 4 shreds the swan spun out the elders. They're still echoing in the loom. CFGC? Keep that for later. The days of making notes. I mean, I play a lot of adventure games still, so I make lots of notes. Okay. EGA, VGA, and back out we go. Let's skedaddle. And work out what life holds for us in the new world. Are they? Oh. I mean, that was harmonically sound for the first one. No, the first tune is set. I can tell you that because the Loom book of patterns that's in front of me. Oh, does that mean we're going to need different routes for the... Bearing in mind, we're playing 2 versions of this, and at least the first tune was the same for both. If we're going to need different... yes, that would make sense. Because it has different difficulty levels, which would make... If there was a level of randomization, yeah. Okay. Well, this is going to get harder as we play through, isn't it? Remind me, which version of the spell do we need for the EGA and which one do we need for the VGA? Okay, we're outside and it's quiet on both sides. Let's go for a look. Yeah, the order of notes might be different. The same starting song is the same in both. Whoops, let's not do that. Clam. Open the clam. ECED. Nope, screwed that up. Let's try that again.
I guess that isn't a draft.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
Ugh.
Well, we know it works. But can we interact with the bird? We can't interact with the bird, and the clam is...
Ugh.
Yuck. The chords are randomized. Hello, XXJ4. Thank you very much. That's helpful and useful. The chords are randomized when you start a new game. So, yep, we'll keep separate notes for the EGA and the VGA version. Oh. Okay. Open clam. Everybody loves a good clam. Insert appropriate puns here. But that's not helping us, so off we go. There's 2 paths up top. There's some villaging to the right. I don't think the villaging is a help, but let's go find out. There's waving. People know each other? We didn't take a look at that far tent. Oh, hello. That's useful. Let's go look in here. Tent is good. Okay, so what have we got? We have some cloth type thing. Ugly green. Well, that's a bit harsh. A flask. GFFE. Okay. And on VGA. GFFE again.
That thread's too high for me.
Okay, thread's too high.
That's the book of patterns. I already know what's in it.
I already know what's in it. The book of patterns is currently open to my right-hand side, so dying. This draft was perfected by the dye chemists of the Wound Socket chapter, who slaved for hours over steaming pots to satisfy the cleric's appetite for colourful vestures. Originally woven into all types of fabric, the application... let's see if we can do this. I set this up to allow me. There we go. The applicability of the dyeing draft has diminished over the course of centuries. Now it works only on wool. Okay. So that looks like dyeing.
This wool hasn't been dyed yet.
This wool hasn't been dyed yet, but we can't do anything with it because we're too high in pitch. Okay, let's wander out. Oh, the green bubbling cauldron. Just give you a sec. More than a few secs, let's be honest. CD. Okay. And over in VGA land.
Grass green. I hate that colour.
Okay, CD. So let's try...
This wool hasn't been dyed yet.
That's dyeing.
The colour changed.
Okay. So GFFE isn't dyeing. It's something else. We have a lot of spells it could be, just as a heads up. This is the Book of Patterns. The idea being that you fill it in as you go along. So dyeing we've just found. CD. It most often takes the form of a small luminous spheroid referred to in children's stories as a messenger nymph. Okay, fine. The pattern of tongues was first spun in the dinner placemats of the 423rd Conclave of the Guilds. Straw into gold. Elders may invoke this draft to generate extra revenue. It is strictly regulated by the Treasurer of the Guild to prevent inflation. Tremblaw was discovered by a reckless and now very dead spellweaver who directed the threads of rending upon a thought to be dormant volcano. The The inventors of this innocent draft could not imagine how badly it would be abused. Guild of Embalmers originally licensed this draft for tearing rags into long strips. When the Embalmers were disbanded, a legal battle awarded the rights to the Guild of Career Politicians, who employed it to shred documents. The secret wandered from one unscrupulous guild to another until it ended up among the assassins who use rendering to do horrible, who uses for rendering are too horrible to describe. Night vision. At one time, night vision was prized by the Guild of Miners. Demand fell off to Great Earthquake of 7331. Healing. In Volume 19, The Brief History of the Guild of Weavers documents the way bandages were treated with healing as early as 1716. The four shreds have evolved far beyond their original form. Shrinkage. Many simple fabrics contract when exposed to moisture or heat. In studying this phenomenon, the ancient weavers isolated the threads that causes natural shrinkage, so they develop a draft to weave the effect into a material object. Beware of its use. Once spun, the shrinkage thread can never be unwoven. Desire. Waterproofing. Warps threads around the spellweavers that he or she resembles the thing in which the victim desires most. Waterproofing. The rainforests of Lesser Uxbridge yield this very practical draft, which shields any fabric from the effects of moisture. Reflection. To expedite costume changes for the 500th anniversary of the performance of the classic ballet Alima. When properly invoked, the spellweaver immediately assumes the appearance of being the draft is spun upon. 4 threads. Terror. It is approved for limited therapeutic use by the Guild of Psychotherapists. Folding. Folding was never supposed to be spun upon the fabric of space. Its inventors seem to be more concerned with the management of laundry. No faster or more convenient way has been found to move a spellweaver from one space to another. Must be exercised when folding a section of space already folded by... caution must be exercised when folding a section of space already folded by another spellweaver. Careless spinning can create an inhabitable wrinkle zone, such as the Gainsborough blind spot. Fantastic. Invisibility. Confusion. One spin leaves a victim helplessly bewildered. Twisting. Besides threads depicting the manipulation of flax and yarn by hand, the 4 notes were derived from the rhythmic squeak of first Elder Swellflax's own spindle. Shaping. Shaped object may reverts to original form. Warmth. Aphrodisia. Sleep. Silence. Emptying. The contents of almost any filled container may be instantly unravelled with this handy draft. Unmaking, extinguishing, sharpening, blessing. There's a lot of spells. Transcendence. Few indeed are the weavers who have successfully spun this, the most subtle and mysterious expression of our art. Transcendence dissolves the ties that bind our threads into the pattern, elevating mind and body to an undefined state of existence. Transcended beings are said to assume the form of birds, constellations, or even sunspots. Because corporal punishment is forbidden in our guild, transcendence is occasionally used as a means of humane banishment, but only for the most unforgivable infractions of the rules. Well, ICFGC is what we just saw.
It's still dripping. What a mess.
Oh no, GC. I swear that's not the same thing we just had. No, that was what was played on... Transcendence was what was played on the Loom, sorry. GFFE, wasn't that?
It's still dripping. What a mess.
Dripping. G... F... F... E... Nothing on how to weave a towel into existence. I may very well do. How are you this evening? Matt, how you doing? Let's pop up this way. Can't go that way. Okay, let's go right. Nope, right goes back in. Okay, back out. Whew. So I think that might be our little village. We've been up. All the gold. Quiet New Year stuck inside due to partner's false positive. Ah, the number of people that have had positives. False or otherwise. What's getting hit on that side? Darkness.
Wonderful. I can't see a thing.
Okay, so we need a Lumos. Out we go. Well, there are worse ways to spend New Year's. Okay, alley up. Left, right. I think we've come from the left, but let's have a look. Oh, excuse me, left anyway. Or not. We go nowhere with the left. Go with the right. Why does that feel like where we came from? Because it is. Well, that's lovely, but not particularly helpful. Okay. Back down into the town. Oh, sorry. Feel free to shout at me if I do something stupid like leave the book of patterns open. That's an additional screen. So let's head back. We picked up the dying spell. We know the dying only works on wool. And that's a second pile of rags that we haven't explored yet.
This wool hasn't been dyed yet.
It has not. Let's dye the second pile of wool. CD. No. I know.
I guess that isn't a draft. This wool hasn't been dyed yet.
C. D. C. D.
Ugh!
Green again.
Again!
I mean, we're doing well in making green
Grass
things.
green. I hate that colour. Grass green. It's much too green already.
Yeah, there's nothing saying that we can't.
Grass green. It's much too green already.
That's the book of patterns. That's the flask that we can't.
It's still dripping. What a mess.
There is. It's definitely amazing that we have so much wool. And yet...
Grass green. I hate that colour.
I'm going with an internal headspace that they've got a trading agreement going. And we know it's dark in here.
It might help to point at something first.
You're kidding. We can dye the gold?
That must not be the right draft.
No, we can't. Fine. I don't expect to be able to open gold. ECED.
That must not be the right draft.
Fine. Out we go. Is there something we need to do? Oh, excuse me. Back in this tent.
Even the elders couldn't make it any more colourful.
Okay, well that was already green. You only need to shear them once a year.
The pattern shows the entire history of the weavers.
It's green now!
The pattern shows the entire history
Turn
of the
them all
weavers,
green.
back to the founding of the great guilds.
We can turn wool things green.
That's... That's strange. The end is completely torn off.
ECED. No. Okay. Bye. Come on. Cancel that. Let's try that again.
I guess that isn't a draft.
I guess that isn't a draft. That phrase is going to get very annoying after a while. ECED.
The draft must not work on tapestries.
Fair enough. But we've turned them all green.
Those are the same 4 threads spun by the elders.
Yeah,
They're
but we can't
still
play that.
echoing in the loom.
What happens if we play the opening riff?
Well, that didn't work.
Nope, that didn't work.
Well, that didn't work.
Can't make them green either. Can we go to the right? No, nothing on the right. Broken eggshells, no help. Oh. Oh. It's a very slow walk cycle. And we can't make him any... Resume, not quit. Any quicker. Let's keep going. Come on. We all like a nice green, and green, right? Green, and green. It's nice emerald isle colour. Okay, right. Swimming I did not expect. Can I just swim out to wet water? No, he forces himself back onto shore. The birds. The cloak is not hydrodynamic. Generally not. ECED. Really? What happens if you open a gull?
Well, that draft didn't seem to do much good. That must not be the right draft.
It only works on wool, apparently. CD, CD.
That didn't help at all.
So it's giving me the opening spell. Is there some clue in the opening? Go read opening again. This fundamental draft is traditionally the first one taught to novice spellweavers. It may be spun into tarpaulins, theatre curtains, or any covering that must be whisked aside on command. Where was the darkness?
Wonderful. I can't see a thing.
Okay. ECED.
That must not be the right draft.
That is a towel crafting spell. Yeah. Is there a Lumos? Destroying Skull, Trembler, rendering. That would be night vision, but we don't have night vision yet. I feel like we're definitely missing something. Oh! That's not something we can interact with. Okay, fine. Can we do opening on that?
Grass green.
Yeah, we're pretty insistent on turning stuff green.
I guess that draft isn't going to help me here. Well, that draft didn't seem to do much good. Grass green. I need to choose my drafts more carefully.
Need to choose my drafts more carefully. Yeah, I know.
Grass green. Well, that didn't work.
I don't remember this being so hard to get off the ground with. Nope. We've been that way, we've been that way. We haven't been this way, but it won't let me go this way. Oh. Oh. Oh! There we go! Oh. Today we have learned that this has a slightly touchy edge of screen detection. Okay. Okie dokes, we are back in the game. You have to go right to the edge to get this to pick up. Right to the edge. Woo. Okay, so we've got holes. Huh. Interesting that the VGA version has used the same graphic from the EGA version. This an end screen? Or can we go further? We can go further, but there are holes. And there is a hole. Hello?
He's fast asleep.
Okay. A fast asleep owl. Some brambles. They look like they might open. Should we try opening the fawns? So...
Ouch.
ECED. And the... What did he just take away? Was it a rabbit?
Ouch.
A rabbit. Thank you.
I don't think you can weave with thorns.
You can't weave with thorns. Can I burn it with fire?
Destiny shall draw the lightning down from heaven, roll its thunder far across the sea, to where I wait upon the shore of wonder, on the day the sky is opened and the tree is split asunder.
Ah, tree split asunder. Okay. ECED. About as open as fawns can get. Harsh. I can't read this gravestone. The owl's tail feathers are blocking my view. Sound asleep. I mean, we interfered with the fawns. Ouch. There we go. There goes the rabbit. Poor little fella. In memory of Lady Signia Threadbare, destiny shall draw the lightning down from heaven, roll its thunder far across the sea, to where I wait upon the shore of wonder, on the day the sky is opened and the tree is split asunder. The day the sky is opened. Sky. ECED. I think I'll have to get closer first. Fair enough. Let's go for a walk. I'm curious if there's anything inside these before we...
There's an owl in there.
There's the owl.
There's an owl in there.
Just playing C. CD.
Another owl.
Okay.
Didn't know there were so many owls in these woods.
CDD. CDDC.
All the holes are full now.
Okay. See if we get the same pattern. That's CC. CCC. CCCC? Francis of Assisi? The draft won't work on the whole. Okay. But we've got something to do with owls and holes. Ooh, I wonder. Can we see in the dark with that spell? No, come back, you! Yes! Darkness. Bingo. So, that's what we're staring at in the EGA land. Straw gold. The pile hasn't been spun yet. People ought to clean up after themselves. Let's have a look at the wheel. C, 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 E. Ooh. Was it this one? CDDC. Oh, sorry. Let's try that again.
I guess that isn't a draft.
CDDC. So, our VGA one looks almost the same. And our gold spinning over here sounds like D, 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 E. Okay. Sweet. So, we have gold spinning. Oh, we didn't want you to go in. I wanted to go up. We need to get closer to the sky. Oh, I could see the sky then. It popped up. Let's get to the tree. Money's on the tree. Are we there? We're there. Oh, look, we can highlight the sky. Let's do the EGA one first this time, and let's give it ECED. The opening spell. Well, that was dramatic. Down goes the tree. And it goes floating towards the pier. Yes, you did that. Is it over now? Yep. It's all your fault. Okay. Oops. VGA.
Huh?
Here we go. So you get a motif from Swan Lake over in the MT-32 land. Over here you get a rumble and a fall. Slight different... Again, different tones, different emphasis. Same game. And our log goes for a wander. Z asks, is it over?
Is it over?
Yes. He's a bit of a scaredy cat, really, isn't he? Or sensibly cautious. Okay. Let's bring our split screen back and let's go for a walk. I think now's a good time for a save. Really is wearing parasensitive sunglasses under that hood. I think the hood is just peril sensitive. Let's pop onto the pier. And then we'll take a save, a first save for each side. F5, save, new save, pier, reviewed. There we go. F5, save, new save, pier reviewed. Okie dokes. So, let's see if we can get on the log. Come on. Off he goes. Well, that's not good. Just when you thought it was safe to get out of the vortex. Listen to that twisty wind. Can I have that again? No, I don't want you to get any closer. I just want you to give it to me again. FDDE. Vortex, wind. And this is the EGA version. Okay. Let's let our friend take a dive on the VGA. A version of this on the sound canvas would be quite interesting. I mean, it doesn't exist, but it'd be interesting. Something with just that little bit more grunt. Huh? Ooh, nice! Bassy, low rumbly. Huh? Good choice of effect. C, F, C, C.
I think that's close enough.
C, F, C, C.
I think that's close enough.
Okay. So what have we got so far? We've got gold, we've got dying, huh? We've got vortex, we've got wind. We've got opening. I'm assuming opening's not going to do any good for us here. ECED.
That didn't help at all. There must be
some way I can untwist it. Spinning. We're on VGA. DDDE. Huh?
That draft doesn't seem to work on water spouts.
Okay. Untwist. Huh? So not opening. It's drawing to gold. Nope.
Huh?
What are we looking for?
Huh?
We're looking for you moving away from it for a little bit.
Huh?
So back to our book. And you can mute up for a moment. Not yet. No, I think we can play with the book for a little bit. You know, we've just come across it, so a moment's worth of like twisting. Four notes were derived from the rhythmic squeak of first Elver Swellfax's own spindle. But we haven't met a twisting spell yet. If we had the twisting spell, we'd be able to oh, hang on. I'm an idiot. It's not vortex and wind, it's twist. Which means that untwist is backwards. Oh. Right. Back in we go. This is the VGA, so CFCC becomes CCFC. But we don't have F.
That thread's too high for me. Huh?
Well, okay. Let's focus back on you for a minute. Go on, let's twist a goal. CCFC. Can't twist goals because we haven't got the F. We have gold. We have owls for darkness. We have dying. Owls gave us darkness. Or night vision. As it was known. D, 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 E.
I don't think you can weave with thorns.
Can't weave with thorns. We can't weave, we can't open. Gonna run 2 minutes and then I'll take a hint. How's that sound? No worries. Time is 21:26. The owls gave me darkness, so darkness gave me the gold. Gold is nice. I can't do anything with the gold. Yeah, I know that. What happens if I run that one backwards?
Well, that draft didn't seem to do much good.
Fair enough. Is that transmutation? No, it's not transmutation. It's where are you? Destroying to gold. The elders may invoke this draft to generate extra revenue. Other guilds, ignorant in the ways of spell weaving, have concocted a variety of outlandish fairy tales involving this rather elementary weave. Okay. Okay, small hint. That's the 2 minutes up. Small hint. Small hint. The game has a hidden experience mechanic. You need experience to gain higher notes. Does it? You gain experience by casting spells. Oh. You're right. Only with experience are we able to spin the more advanced drafts. Ah. You're right. Which means we need to find things to cast spells on. I mean, we already turned shit into green. Finest green. So we can open things, we can dye things, we can see in darkness, we can do gold. DDDE.
Draft must not work on tapestries.
Draft doesn't work on tapestries, we've already dyed them. ECED.
Draft must not work on tapestries.
And it didn't like us doing anything with the loom. Okay, let's wander out. Oh. Let's wander back into this one. Oh, straw. Guards damn. CCCE. That's the wrong version. Nope, it isn't a draft.
Guess that
Okay.
isn't a draft.
DDDE. Straw into gold. There's our F. There's our F. There's our F. Right. So, let's go get our fella on this side. Thank you very much for that. That was exceptionally helpful. We're going to take this guy and go walk him towards the vortex while we get our other guy back to go and... Wow, that was quick. Thinking into parallel. Not on the same screen. So you go and spin some gold. You go jump and... Right. Gold. CCCE. You go get on the log, please. And you go then... You've not done enough yet. So time for you to go make some green stuff. So you're going to go dying. CD, CD. Okay. There's your F, and for completeness' sake, you might as well change that one. Okay. You know what helps? Reading the manual helps. Okay, let's go back. Back into the water. Back on to his stick, and off he goes. Dun, dun, dun. Come on, you. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Right. Save. I mean, that's a reasonable mechanism to ensure that you've gained the right number of spells, the adequate amount of experience, etc. Completely understand that. That makes perfect sense. Okay. Let's focus on the EGA one first. I'm pretty happy this is going to be an untwist. So EDDF. So F at DDE was twist to start with. EDDF. I'm hoping will untwist. Bingo! And over in VGA land, CCFC, I'm hoping will do the same. Shiny. Nope. C. No, yes. CCFC. That missed a note. Yep, you're wrong. Try again. Reset, please. C. C. F. C. There we go. Okay. Let's pop back. And let's take our EGA guy over to the shore. A little island just here. Oh. We gain a G. Now, we had a GFFE for both of them. We had no idea what it did. Suspect we may find out soon. Go for a walk. Is there something that way? It looks like there's a path. Definitely looks like there's a path. Yes. That goes up to Purest Green. We're going to pause there, switch over to the VGA, and get this guy onto shore, and go and have a look at the same scene in the other one. I would like to compare those two, because the EGA is quite well rendered. It looks quite nice. It looks very EGA. There's his G. But I'm curious how that city in the distance looks. Ooh, there it is. It's pretty good. Pretty identical, to be honest. This is a really literal conversion in a lot of places. Graphically. Not in story. There's your side by side. But in terms of shapes, it's really spot on. Let's go take our VGA guy over. Oh, Purest Green. Green. Feels like Oz. So there's a bell on my left. There's a door on my right. And there's a person. There's a human being. Can we go talk to people?
Not so fast here.
Okay, because... I mean, people.
Who's that? I can barely hear what they're saying.
I trust Your Excellency is pleased with our progress?
That all depends on how far this sphere can help me see.
4 hours, most assuredly. Perhaps 6, with a bit of luck.
Only 6 hours? But I expressly requested 8.
Every sphere is unique, Bishop. It is impossible to accurately predict how well this sphere will perform.
I need at least 8 hours. 8 hours, Master Crucible! See to it.
Okay. So, one of my patterns was about a sphere. Ah, no, summoning. The draft may be perceived by its recipient in many different ways. Most often takes the form of a small luminous spheroid. That's the messenger nymph. Don't think that's what we're looking for, but up we go. Oof. Okay, our EGA version comes with a soundtrack at this point. And my brain stopped completely as to what I'm hearing. When you know it, you can't think of the words. Okay, so Crystal again. These two having another conversation on this side. Wait a minute. Oh. Who are these two guys, anyway? I can just make out what they're saying. I trust your excellency is pleased with our progress. That depends. How far ahead will I be able to see? At least 4 hours, we've looked maybe 6. Same conversation. I thought we agreed to 8. Each of the spheres is unique, Bishop Mandible. It's impossible to predict how deeply this particular sphere will look. I need to see at least 8 hours ahead. Why does he need to see 8 hours? 8 hours! See to it, Mr. Crucible! The customer is always right. Again, more humour over on the EGA version. See ahead? Okay. To know someone's dream. So there's a crystal. There's a little glass bell in here. Oh. My head is swimming. Look! Who are you? How did you get up here? Well, I rang this little bell, see, and... Sorry, kid. This is a restricted area. That means no visitors. That looks like a scythe. Hit it, flute. Okay, so that's a transportation. Guess I'm not supposed to go up there. Righto. Same on this one?
Huh. A glass? I wonder what will happen if...
I'm hoping for comical voices on this side.
I'm dizzy.
Look! Who are you, lad? And just what do you think you're doing up here?
I'm not sure. I just rang the bell and
Well, I'm sorry, but you're not supposed to be here.
Step back under the lens, please.
This is a restricted area. No visitors allowed.
Good day, sir.
That's pretty good.
I guess I'm not supposed to go up there.
No, you're not supposed to go up there. Okay. Off we go. Let's go see what we can see. So this is the back. Those two are up the top. We can see them. Those are the workers. This is... Actually, where the hell is this? Was this in here? This was in here. This was inside this crystal dome. Will you start the fans, please? And there's a plaque on the left-hand side. Oh! Greetings, stranger. Welcome to Crystal Guard. I am Master Goodmold, 31st in the Noble Guild of Crystal Makers, who I have the honour of meeting. My name's Bobbin Threadbare of the Noble Guild of Weavers. Guild of Weavers? I don't remember having a weaver visit us before. And we're back to close-ups. I see now why your fabrics are so prized. The cloak you wear isn't like anything I've ever beheld. Remarkable. Crystal Guard's wisdom includes many legends concerning your guild. One is particularly strange and amusing. They say it's deft to peer beneath the hood of a weaver. Can this be true? Don't know. Nobody ever tried it on me. An unclear reply if ever I heard one. We value clarity here above all else. But fear not, your legend is safe with us. Imagine my relief. Did you happen to notice a flock of swans passing this way? I've heard nothing of swan sightings. The city's been so busy of late, I doubt if anyone's had time for bird watching. Our guild catalogue offers a fine selection of binoculars, telescopes and other precision optics that may help you in your search for swans. I'll browse through it later. I'm sure you'll be delighted. Look around as much as you want, Reaver Threadbare. You break it, you buy it. Fantastic. Do you reckon the you break it, you buy it line survives the VGA version?
Welcome to Crystal Guard, stranger. I'm Master Goodmold, 31st in the Noble Guild of Glassmakers. And who might you be?
My name is Bobbin Threadbare of the, Noble Guild of Weavers.
A weaver! Tell me, is it true that to peer beneath a weaver's hood brings instant agonizing death?
I honestly don't know. Nobody's ever tried it with me.
Agonizing.
You have such a wonderful view of the sky here.
Yeah.
Have you noticed a flock of swans flying this way?
Swans?
Swans. You know, birds.
Yes, swans! No, I haven't heard of any swan sightings. Look around to your heart's content, Weaver Threadbare. And remember, if you break it, you buy it.
So you break it, you buy it, survives. The tone, again, tone's different. I prefer the VGA version of that, to be honest. That one worked quite much better.
Softshod, wife of loosened bottle blow, here attained final clarity.
Okay.
Softshod, wife of loosened bottle blow,
here
attained final clarity.
It's a point. I'm assuming there's nothing to the right. Let's go back. Oh, and it loops around. Okay. Let's pop back inside. These two sections appear to be connected somehow. Ah, what's this one? Are they all going to be graves? Is this a mausoleum?
Near this spot, Loosened Bottleblow, founder of the Noble Guild of Glassmakers, attained his final clarity.
Okay. Yes. This would be a graveyard. Or a mausoleum type. Right. So, ringing that takes you upstairs to an area which you can't handle just yet. This chalice is curious. There appears to be no way to get to it yet. Or is there? This is an upstairs section that goes up and over the top. Okay, where are we going? Follows round the back. Another crystal. That brings us to the front, to a chalice.
That's beautiful. I've never seen anything sparkle like that. Not even the long tapestry. What kind of glass is it?
It was carved from a single crystal of diamond.
But I thought you were glass makers.
No, we are. Dear boy, this is none other than the famous Chromax conundrum, wrought by our distinguished founder, Lucent Bottleblow. His works once filled an entire museum, you know. And that was before the Great Dragon arrived in 7342. She blew through this city like a torch, melting and breaking our finest works, plundering our museums and treasuries until we had almost nothing left. It was awful, just terrible, really a miserable time. Even Bottleblow's greatest masterpiece, the first scrying sphere, was lost forever.
But you still have the conundrum.
And a lucky thing, too. It was on loan to the Guild of Vintners at the time. It is the sole remaining example of our founder's transcendent genius.
But I'm still curious. Why is it diamond instead of glass?
We've no idea. No idea at all. That's the conundrum, you see.
Okay. Founding piece is made of...
It might help to point at something first. I wonder where that dragon went with Bottleblow's other treasures. Well, that draft didn't seem to do much good.
No, you're going up there, over there. I'm not convinced at this point that there's anything to do with him over here, so let's bring him back. And over in EGA land, let's go see what this scene looks like. I just clicked on OBS. Definitely getting tired. I do have a weave that works on the chalice. Okay, it's good to know. I will sit and try all 15 of them in a minute. This chalice was carved from a single crystal of diamond. Impressive. But I thought you were glassmakers. Let's see how this scene plays out. The Chromax Conundrum. It was wrought by the hand of our founding member, Lucent Bottleblow, whose works once filled a museum. 3 centuries ago, our fair city was plundered by a dragon. The greedy beast emptied our museum and treasury, even Bottleblow's. Fortunately, the conundrum was on loan to the Guild of Vintners at the time. It's our only remaining bottle of Bottleblow's transcendence. Why is it made of diamond instead of glass? Oh, we don't get the whole dragon scene. You don't get the dragon scene. Is it the... Oh, well, now I know what that is. That's emptying. GFFE is emptying. Righto. It's not opening. It's not made of wool. That was night vision. So opening doesn't work, twist doesn't work. Ah, hang on. If it's already empty... then we can fill it. Wish I was old enough to drink. Let's bring him back over.
I wonder where that dragon went with Bottleblow's other treasures.
Here we go. One filled chalice. Back across. Okay, I am going to head back to the crossroads that we were at before, and then that's pretty much where we are going to wrap up for today. I think that's a solid start. Are we happy with the format that we've got here, where we run both side by side and dip in and out of the individual versions? Everybody happy with the audio, etc.? Good. I'm not saying this is a small technical feat to big thumbs up. Thank you. There's a small technical feat to get up and running, but it's once you've done it once, I don't think it's going to be too hard to do it again. I'm moderately keen on seeing this through. Not moderately keen. I'm keen. I want to see this through. Ring that bell, like and subscribe. Yeah, we've been ringing that bell all evening. Right, let's head back out. I think we will try and stick with Friday evenings. I now have some other commitments that mean that Thursday evenings are probably going to be out. Not probably, are going to be out. So Friday evenings look like a winner for me to carry on playing this for a bit. So we'll probably aim for next Friday at 8 PM again. I appreciate there's probably more in the Crystal City to do. I'm not writing it off as done just yet. But we're going to go explore the left-hand side next and go see what's down there. And then potentially come back and do if there's any more in the Crystal City. But I think that's a good start. So let's... I don't have a pun. I'm so tired I don't have a pun. Utterly forked. There we go. This is the best you're going to get out of me for today. That's how tired I am. Utterly forked. I am going to put these notes safe since you were XXJ4 was completely right. Thank you very much for the help this evening in pointing out the experience system, and pointing out the fact that it does diverge between the different version. Each runtime through randomizes the spells, so we will keep these safe and stick them in the book. I'd completely forgotten that was a thing. And we will go. Let's have a look and see who's available to